Welcome back to the video, guys. If you are not keeping up with my social media, I've been posting about running a series on 20mm World War II miniatures and specific manufacturers that are out there, or trying to cover most of them, at least anyway. So this is going to be a long old series. This is episode 1 or video 1, and if you haven't read the title, this is going to cover Adler. So just to give you a bit of background into this series, I'm going to be looking at all the different companies that are out there, specifically Second World War in the 20mm or 172 scale scene. I'm not really going to be looking at a specific force, so like just all Germans. I'm just going to go with whatever the company really wants to send me, if they're sending me samples, or just going with what I feel looks the coolest or what I'd like to see on the channel. So what have I got in front of me at the moment? So these are Adler Miniatures, and they were kindly sent to me by L. I don't know his first name, he only signs off by L. So if you're watching this, thank you so much. Again, if you're watching my social media or keeping up with my social media, so Facebook, Instagram and Reddit, I've been posting tons of pictures of my 20mm US 82nd Airborne for Market Garden project. I've only got 5 done. In the making of this video, I'm hoping to have a few more done, and a tutorial will follow next week on how I painted those. But if you've been watching those, I've been getting some awesome feedback. I'm not sure if it's the painting or if it's the sculpts. The sculpts are fantastic, so I'm sure it's the sculpts opposed to the painting. But yeah, really good models. So some of you may not be familiar with Adler. As I said, El sent these out to me. So he sent me the 82nd Airborne, he sent me these here Germans, and he also sent me some crew. So we've got some British crew here, and we got some German crew over here. This chap just made his way over there. So Adler are a company that primarily focus on the smaller scale stuff. They've got Napoleonics and a whole range of different stuff, but they do have a 20mm range, and the 20mm range focuses on German, so SS in here, also focuses on the US Airborne. It's got quite a big British range. It's got late war British Airborne, British Marine Commandos, as well as a few other little bits as well. So if you haven't checked them out, please go and check them out. As you can see, the videos come up now of where you can go to purchase these. It's a little bit trickier. You can't add all this stuff to a basket. You have to email them with what you want, and they send you out an invoice. You pay for it, they send you the models, etc, etc. But that's a really good way of doing it. It's not so robotic. You're keeping in contact with the supplier and the manufacturer, and I believe the sculptor as well. So yeah, it's really good stuff. So let's take a closer look at what we're dealing with. So we've got some anti-tank with Panzerfasts. We've got a rifle platoon. We've got an additional few rifles here. We've got a mortar section. We've got a forward observation or mortar observation. We've got a deployed MG42. And then we've got MG42 in like a platoon capacity, so prone and moving. Then we've got some British tank crew, and we've got some German tank crew. Now let's take a look at the sculpts that you would be getting if you were to order some German here. So this is the first one. I've turned the brightness down a touch on the actual camera itself, just to try and show a bit more detail, because it's hard to come up. Oh, this guy's got a lot of swarf in. There we go, get rid of that. His gun's a bit bent, but that's okay. This is the sort of detail you're going to get. I'm hoping to get a better look. See, there we go. Yeah, so really nice. They've got helmet covers, some of them, so you paint them in splinter, being here. They've also got the wired over the helmet, packed full of equipment, so bags and bread bags and ammo pouches. We got an MP40 here. He's got what appears to be a helmet cover on. We got the guy with the Car 98. Hopefully it'll focus. There we go. Turn them around. Yes, very nice. I really like the attention to detail with the observer team, specifically this guy right here. I love the fact he's holding the headset in one hand, talking in the other and sort of listening in the other ear. So you've got like, yeah, a really cool action shot actually. It's going to make an awesome piece on the tabletop. We've got another guy on the radio here calling for more artillery or whatever he's doing. And a really nice touch that they include is a map. So for the chap that's holding the map case and looking at the map with his folded MP40 and his helmet cover, you can decide what map you want to use. So you've got one with a river, I think one's a bit more urban and one's obviously a bit more forested. So that's really cool. Really nice little feature. Just slap that on with a bit of PVA glue and bosh, you've got yourself a nice looking map, opposed to just drawing on a white page and a few squiggly black lines. Let's take a closer look at some of these Panzerfausts. This guy's firing. Two chaps firing there. Panzerfaust at some poor allied tank. It's probably going to get blown to smithereens. Really nice detail now. I like the mix of helmet covers and just the usual helmets. We've got a couple of guys firing here. So maybe this is what these are. They're in action sort of firing. Lots of detail on the MP40 and the Kar 98. These will make great mid-war, late-war Germans. I'll definitely be using these for Normandy perhaps. Very, very cool. And then we've got the mortar. I really like the mortar team that you get here, or the mortar set, because you get the addition of a few spare rounds and a couple of bits of scenery, so you can really make your base stand out. And that's another feature that I really like with these Adler miniatures, is the fact that, and I know this from when I was painting my US Airborne, the bases have, for like the machine guns, have spent cartridges. I'm not sure if my camera will pick it up, but you get little spec cartridges on there, so you can really add life to these miniatures and the bases by just going with that. We've got a chap with his machine gun clips, although I think that might be a bit of...
One eternity later.
Although I think that might be a bit of swarf there. We'll have to look at that closer when I go to paint them, but you'll see these in a future video with painting tutorial, I'm sure. Another really cool feature is the fact that they include the bipod separately. That is a really, really good feature, and that helps with painting it so much. A lot of companies will sculpt the bipod on, and then you get metal between the two legs and you have to cut it off, and sometimes you break the leg off. Oh well, if you cut like I do, you will. And then we've got the team here, so again, lots of detail, even got a couple of different head options here. And then we've got the actual machine gun itself. So really, really nice actually. Not a ton of cleanup involved with these. There's some swarf. This guy in particular has got a bit that's probably going to affect his face, but I'm sure if it gets really bad and you find one that needs a little bit of TLC, or you think it's beyond repair, then just reach out to Adler or L and I'm sure he'll help you out. But from what I've seen, you're not really going to have any problems at all. There's just really, really good sculpts with very little cleanup. The mold lines are easy enough to clean up. All you're going to need is a file, Stanley knife, and a pair of side cutters. That's how you clean up metal. It's really, really straightforward. Yeah, you'd be chuffed with these. I would rate these very highly. Now, I'll tell you, I always say that AB figures are like the pinnacle of 20mm miniatures in terms of their detail. I can tell you that these, from what I can tell, from what I've painted of the US Airborne, will match almost perfectly with AB, and they are a really good competitor. Honestly, if they were to go in a boxing ring for 12 rounds, they would go the full distance. It would come down to a decision as to whether or not AB take it over Adler or vice versa. So with that in mind, you are going to really love these miniatures if you take the plunge into getting some. Now, they are relatively well priced, especially if you're in the UK. That'll help. Really cool. This guy is a German tank commander with MG42 for the Stug, I'm assuming. It's a really cool feature. It's going to look awesome in a Stug. Definitely need to get him in there. And then you can see we've got some Brits here. So it's your traditional British sort of tank operator. Not exactly sure if he's meant to be in like a universal carrier perhaps, or although he wouldn't be in a tank outfit actually, so not sure. Oh, he's in a longer jacket with a hood. That's just more like a winter tank crewman. That's really cool actually. I haven't seen much of that. Yeah, really nice figures. Like I said, the facial expressions as well, everything just matches perfectly with AB. And I know from talking to El, he wanted to get the same sort of quality in his sculpts as AB, and also wanted to provide a range that perhaps AB don't cover. So for example, your US Airborne. AB don't do any US Airborne. There's not many US Airborne Market Garden specific out there, so that's what he decided to do. So they come out really nicely. I mean, I really love them. I was talking about the spent cartridges. This is a good example. Hopefully the camera picks it up. We've got a guy with a 30 cal. I know the stock's wooden. It's not meant to be wooden, but I just think it looks cooler wooden. So I'm using my creative license on that. But yeah, spent cartridges on this guy. Really cool. Yeah, chuffed to bits actually, really chuffed. And El, thank you so much for sending out all of these samples. I mean, you send me out more than enough. This is the biggest lot of samples I've received to date in the 20mm realm. So thank you so much for supporting the channel the way you have. If you haven't checked out Adler, please do. I know I've been going on about it, but you are really missing out if you haven't checked out Adler. If you want something to complement your AB Germans, here Germans or SS, go grab yourself some. They will fit in really nicely. If you want to get yourself some US Airborne, I would highly recommend it. Now, I'm not sure if the range is going to be increasing. I really hope it does. His US Airborne could do with a few more riflemen and medics, sappers and snipers and stuff. This is just me wanting more stuff. What he's got in there is more than enough, but if you're listening, El, I'm being greedy and I want more of your range, and I'll be sinking in some dollars into that, I'm sure, or some pounds. If you're new here and you've liked this video, please do like and subscribe. Thanks again to my Patreons. And yeah, wish me luck trying to paint all of this. I paint very slowly, but I'll definitely get out a here tutorial on these because they are just too good to pass up. But let's focus on the US Airborne. You will see those next week. And other than that, I will leave it here and I will catch you at the next one.